Did you ever think while watching SpongeBob that the best character to take as an example is Patrick?
Huh?
I doubt any of you did, but if you really try to understand Patrick's character, you'll find someone whose way of living is almost ideal for a happy person. I want to share 5 reasons why being seemingly dumb can save your life, using Patrick as an example of course. This is especially relevant if you believe you're smarter than the majority of people. The first reason why Patrick is a great example is that he lives in the present day. Patrick is one of the best examples of how you need to live if you want to be happy. He spends almost his whole life under a rock with sand furniture, yet he never complains about his unrealized dreams or that he deserves better like his neighbor. Some people might think that his kind of mindset, living without thinking about the future, is wrong, and maybe in some sense they are right. But if you really think about it, you realize that you spend too much time thinking about the future, forgetting that the present is no less important. Most of the time, Patrick doesn't know what he will do tomorrow. Yet he never looks depressed or bored. He always finds some kind of activity for himself. Despite not having one particular dream, he tries to make every day interesting, filled with different goals and purposes, no matter how dumb they may seem. Sometimes, you think that if you want to reach your goals, you need to sacrifice something, and to an extent it's true. But it doesn't mean that you need to completely sacrifice your present for the future. I can guarantee you that you will regret that even in the future that you dream of. Also, it doesn't mean that you don't need to think about your future. You certainly need to. There are no humans in this world who don't have a goal or a dream. There are way easier ways to reach them than sacrificing your present, and you don't need to fully focus only on one thing or goal. You must understand that when you achieve your goal, automatically a new goal will be placed in your mind because, well, it's human nature that keeps people interested in this life. To conclude this section, in pursuit of your dreams, just don't forget to spend time for yourself in the exact moment. The next way in which Patrick is a great example is that he doesn't care about other people's opinions. There are numerous times in the series when other characters tried to insult Patrick for different reasons. However, he never pays attention to it or replies in the same way. He continues to do what he thinks is right, regardless of how dumb it may seem. He is never concerned about living under a rock or not having a normal home and furniture. He lives in the way he thinks is right for him. If he were really concerned about other people's opinions, he would at least wear a t-shirt sometimes. But wherever he goes, he's topless. There's basically nothing for Patrick to be proud of in his life, but he still walks and lives with confidence as if he's the most successful person in the city. Most people subconsciously think that they need to be liked by everyone, but sadly, that's impossible. As soon as you realize that you need to think first about what you want and you like, it'll soon all get better. There are a lot of people around you at the moment and whom you'll meet in the future who will try to condemn you and your interests. These kind of people exist just to test how confident you are. The worst thing you can do is agree with their opinion and adjust yourself to fit into society and try not to stand out. Many decisions in our lives are made under the pressure of society, such as changing environment or friends just because someone said it would be better for you. But the truth is, only you know what's really better for you. If you like walking in town topless, then walk, but be ready to get arrested. The point is to know what's really better for yourself, not for other people. The next reason why Patrick is a great example is how he accepts who he is. Patrick may be the least talented and gifted character in the series. He struggles to deal with simple tasks and can't find a job because he's bad at whatever he does. He accepts the fact that he is worse than the majority and probably will never achieve outstanding results in anything. But that doesn't mean he's upset about his life or hates it because of what nature gave him. On the contrary, he tries to make the most out of his life and abilities. He understands well what he is good at and focuses on his best qualities. When his friends achieve good results in something, he never shows jealousy. He's always supportive and happy for his friends' results. Let's be honest, most of us won't become billionaires. Sorry for ruining someone's dreams. But that doesn't mean you'll not succeed in life. There are numerous things in life where you can succeed besides money. It's very important to understand your best qualities and try to utilize them in the best way. There's no sense in attempting to achieve results in something you feel you're not good at. There's also no point in blaming life or nature for the qualities it gave you. There's no human in the world who doesn't have at least one thing they're good at. Of course, sometimes it can be hard to accept your weaknesses, but as soon as you accept them, it will be easier for you to live in this life. The next thing in which Patrick would be a great example of is being someone you want to be friends with. Patrick may not be the smartest or most intelligent character, but he's always able to find company for himself. You can question his brain abilities, but you can't question his ability to be a good friend. There are numerous times in the series that show Patrick always comes to help solve someone's problems if needed. He probably never actually helps you, but he at least tries to. This kind of mindset magnetizes other people to be friends with you, even smart ones, because everyone wants that loyal friend who can always listen to all their problems and try to help them in some sense. While we all think we are cool dudes, and maybe it's true, in reality, it can be false. Friendship is the kind of thing that is not based on how you look, how smart you are, or what interests you have. Friendship is based on trust and the experiences that you gain with a person throughout your life. Most people who are alone usually can only blame themselves. If you really think about what kind of energy you radiate to other people, you'll realize that maybe you're not the best choice to be friends with. As soon as you start to ask yourself the reasons why you're alone, you'll find a solution to become the best friend for everyone around you. And the last reason is like a conclusion to all the reasons that I mentioned previously. Try to be yourself. Patrick is an ideal example of showing people that only he knows what's best for him. Most of the time in the series, Patrick spends his time seeming to do absolutely useless things. But he doesn't think in that way. Maybe because his brain isn't functioning well, but his whole life is based on feelings. If he feels that he needs to spend his day blowing bubbles, that means it's the rightest way to spend his day. If he feels that today he doesn't need a shirt, it means that he feels it's his best style. At some point, I realized that most people are living only based on what is right in their brains, not on what they feel. And that's not always the best way of living. I'm not saying that you need to leave your job, go into a rock, and walk in the city topless. But when you make decisions in your life, think not only about how expedient the decision is, but also about how positively it can impact you at the moment. Because at the end of the day, even though some people can influence our decisions, most of the time, decisions in our life are made only by us, and the blame in the future could only be on ourselves. Thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, leave a like and subscribe to the channel.
The end.